Hey yo, check 1 2. This is Flavor Flav in the building. Welcome back to the Flavor Flav show. That's right, original podcast, baby. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell y'all something, G. Yo, I took y'all into boxing. From boxing, I took y'all into culinary. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm getting ready to take y'all into the land of animals. You know what I'm saying? For real. And guess what, G? On the strip, right next, up on my podcast right now, I got one of my homies. You know what I'm saying? A very, very good friend of mine. He's involved with a TV show called Tiger King. You know what I'm saying? He's part of the Tiger King LLC. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, but let me tell y'all something, G. Back in the days, this guy's uncle recorded and mixed our first 3 Public Enemy albums. His uncle was named Kirk Yano. You know what I'm saying? So everybody, I ain't wasting no more time, alright? I gotta get to the point, alright? Everybody, I want y'all to meet my boy, Eric Yano. Yo, Eric, what's up, G? Yeah, boy.
Great to see you, buddy.
Yo, thanks for coming to my show, man.
Thanks for inviting me. Security was crazy getting in.
Wow, I know it took a little minute to get behind the gate, huh?
I made it through.
Yo, everybody, my boy Eric Yano, you know what I'm saying? Operation, I call him Mr. Tiger King. Alright, word up, G. I know y'all seen that show, The Tiger King. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? We get ready to sit down and do our thing, and we gonna talk Tiger King. Yeah, boy. Yo, Eric, man, have a seat, man. Thank you for coming, bro. Wow, I can't wait to do this.
I love that little doll there, man.
I don't.
No.
He's a punk motherfucker, G. I'm ready to f him up. He owe me money. Hey, yo, check 1 2. Yeah, boy, in the place to be. Rockin' from the bottom to the T.O.P. Flavor Flav right here to do his thing. And I got my boy Eric Yano from the Tiger King. Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
What's up, Eric? How you doing, bro?
Good.
Thank you for coming out here, man.
Hey.
Thank you for coming to my show, bro. I mean, this is real big to me, man. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks for the invite, buddy.
Yeah, man.
Thanks,
you know, I had to let the world know, first of all, man, you know that, you know, your Uncle Kirk, man, your Uncle Kirk Yano, man, who's one of my favorite guys in the world, you know what I'm saying? You know, he recorded and mixed our first 3 Public Enemy albums.
Right
You know
on.
what I'm saying? And now, to this day, to have his nephew in the room with me
All grown
on my show. Come on, man. Don't get no bigger than this, bro. This is big right here, man. It's real big to me, bro.
I'm glad it came out, man. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Word up, man. Hey, yo, let me tell you. Let me ask you. First of all, where are you from?
Cleveland, Ohio.
You from Cleveland?
Yeah, I came out from
Hey,
Cleveland.
let me tell you something about Cleveland, man. You know what I'm saying? One of my most favorite places to perform in Cleveland was called the Front Row Theater.
I remember that.
Yeah, and they had a revolving stage. You know what I'm saying? I'll never forget the place, man. And when we used to perform at the Front Row Theater, and we're on that stage performing, when it was time for us to get off the stage, I always went the wrong way. But that's because that's
Revolves around.
Yeah, it revolves around. You know what I'm saying? And you get mixed up on that stage. You know what I'm saying? So originally from Cleveland,
Originally from Cleveland, now in Las Vegas.
and now Las Vegas.
Yep.
So what is it that you're doing in Las Vegas, man? What's going on?
Well, it's interesting. I handle the VIP services for a lot of the venues. Handle a lot of nightlife, a lot
Right.
of day life. What people come out to Las Vegas for.
Uh-huh.
Everyone thinks it's just gambling or clubs, but there's a lot more to do than just that. But
Right.
The casinos kind of rely on me to bring their guests, their important guests, to a nightlife venue, or whether it be dinner, restaurant, show,
Right.
something like that. So
Right.
hosting is a pretty favorite thing. out in Las
So
Vegas.
you talking about hosting in Las Vegas, like
Yep.
talking about like the Marquee
Well, like,
or Hakkasan's.
yeah, those
You
are
know
some.
what I'm saying? Have you did work at Hakkasan's?
Yeah, I worked at Honkasan nightclub. Yeah, there's a lot of venues out in Las Vegas.
Uh-huh.
Currently at Foundation Room. That's
Foundation
the
Room.
rooftop party on
I
top
like
of
the
it.
Foundation Room. Yo, come on, man. That's one of my favorite spots too, man. Up in the
Yeah.
Mandalay Bay.
It's on the rooftop. Amazing view of the entire strip.
Yeah. Have you ever done any work at Dre's?
Not at Dre's. All my friends work there, but
Okay.
nothing at Dre's. Specifically for work wise. I've been there to hang out to party, and
Right.
bring a lot of guests.
What
over there,
about the
but-
day pools, man? Like
Yeah,
the Encore Beach Club, for instance, because I know they be packing it in there.
It's one of my favorite places to go. I get some buddies that all work over there as well, and there's a lot of the day club parties, and there's a pool party for everyone.
Yeah.
Whether you're coming out with your wife, your husband, your girlfriend, your
Right.
significant other, or just a group of girls, or bachelorette parties. There's a pool party for everybody and for anyone's specific needs.
Yeah, let me tell you something, man. Vegas is a place where everybody comes to burn out.
Let
You know,
loose.
yeah, everybody comes to Vegas to burn out. I mean, I lived there. You know what I'm saying? And I've been living there now for like 17 years. So it kind of taught me modulation. You know what I'm saying? Because, boy, was I really a night owl, too. You know what I'm saying? And I love to gamble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love playing my craps. I love playing some roulette. I love playing some blackjack. I love playing me some baccarat.
All fun
You know?
games.
Yeah, man, those are my favorite games, you know.
As long as you're winning.
And living there for so long and doing the same thing over and over and over so long, and not only that, but for so long, not being able to beat the house like you want,
Yeah.
it makes you back up some, you know what I'm saying, and start saving your money.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you something, when them casinos take your money, they do not give it back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when you take their money, you don't give it back.
They give you a free room.
Yeah, that too. They give you free room sometimes if
Yeah.
they feel generous enough. You know what I'm saying? For real. Yo, man, first of all, thank you for coming out here, man.
Thanks
Let
for the
me tell
invite.
you something. Tiger King has been a very, very big show. Very,
Huge.
very large show. You know what I'm saying? With the Joe Exotics. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? The Carole Baskins. You know what I'm saying? The Jeff Lowe's and all of that. How did you first get involved in Tiger King, and what is it that you do?
Well, one of the people in the show were coming out to Las Vegas often,
Uh-huh.
and someone had told me that there was a tiger, over in one of the areas, and I said, "Oh, that's the Siegfried and Roy at the Mirage
In
They said-
Vegas?
in Vegas." And they said, "No, there's a tiger over here. You got to come check it out." So, out of curiosity, me and some friends went over and saw that there was some baby tigers, and we were blown away by it, just like everyone else would be. And so I gave the guy my card, said, "Hey, we might have something. We can put something together. Let's stay in touch." And the rest is history, and started from there. The friendship started, and then eventually down the road, a partnership started. Tiger King comes out, and it was the big sensation, the biggest news in 2020. It was either COVID or Tiger King.
Wow.
And so it brought a lot of heat down on a lot of the roadside zoos, just in general, USDA, roadside zoos. What was actually going on with tigers in general in captivity? So I got to learn a lot out in Oklahoma for the past year, and we formed a Tiger King company, LLC, and that was going to open up the new park that was being built.
Right.
And that's down in Thackerville, Oklahoma, by the WinStar. And
So they were talking about building a new park, huh?
yeah, because Carole Baskin had wanted the old zoo land,
Right.
had a judgment against Joe.
Right.
So eventually they were going to have to move off of that land and go into the new area. And so I had some material sent out from Las Vegas, some enclosures sent out, and up comes this new zoo. And along with that came all of these legal battles, legal issues, legal suits from every
Right.
which way. Animal
Right.
activists to USDA and DOJ, and
Right.
it was involving allegations that had previously been in existence, just not maybe too much attention had been paid to it. So it kind of brought a lot of attention and a lot of awareness to the guidelines that are.
How
that are
long?
needed.
How long have you guys been filming this show now?
Well, they are filming a season secondary come off or season 2 to the Tiger King.
Are they filming the season 2?
Yeah.
Are they filming now?
Yeah, they've actively been filming all year long since the old one, and going into the the aftermath or what happened to all the people involved, Carole Baskin, John Renke, Jeff Lowe, Joe Exotic, and all the people that are involved, from the first show and where they're at now, what's going on, what legal issues are, on the service right now as a result of the first show. And unfortunately, Tiger King LLC, which was supposed to operate the new zoo, got dragged into this federal litigation, which I had nothing to do with. And it's unfortunate, but as a result, you got to kind of roll with the punches and see how things are addressed. So,
wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy, bro. Yeah. You talking about Jeff Lowe, right? Jeff Lowe is always, because I've been hearing about this guy,
right?
All right, and a lot of people paint him as being a villain, man. You know what I'm saying? But you know Jeff Lowe.
I do.
What is Jeff Lowe really like?
I think everybody has their different version of him. Whether they've watched it on the show or they've had a firsthand experience with him. Well, now if you're on the media side, you probably have a very bad outlook on him and dealing with him.
Right.
If you're on the fan side, it's like seeing somebody that you've been watching on TV for a while, which I think Tiger King kind of captivated audiences around the world during one of the most uneasy times, in history. That as a fan, you get to see him as a normal guy.
What is his involvement in the show? What does Jeff Lowe do?
So Jeff Lowe came into the picture back in 2016 when he was taking over the zoo from Joe Exotic. And throughout his reign of the zoo, so certain situations or citations had come about due to maybe some lack of paperwork or lack of record keeping, and which I think that's easy for anyone to do, but when you're involving animals, it's pretty important to do and to keep track of things like that. So he was the owner and operator of the Greater Wynnewood Exotic Animal Park in Wynnewood, Oklahoma. And as we partnered up on this new zoo that was to open up, which it never did because it faced a lot of.
So you guys are opening up a new zoo?
Well, not anymore, but the zoo is there, but the parties have
Why not? What's going on with? What's the status? What's the status with the zoo, G?
Well, the government came in and took all the animals, took all the tigers, the ligers.
But why?
There was just when you're dealing with an endangered species, there's certain things and certain guidelines that you have to abide by.
Y'all wasn't abiding by the guidelines. What was y'all doing? Letting them run around loose like what's that movie? Jumanji. Well, the animals is just running around and shit. And you know what I'm saying?
Sounds like a good obstacle course. I was in Las Vegas, and so I didn't get to see the actual allegations taking place as they were occurring. But due to allegations stemming from 2016, 17, 18, 19, and all the way through 2020, caused the USDA to file a civil claim using the Department of Justice legal team to enforce some actions. So whereas normally some roadside zoos may get inspected once or maybe twice a year, this park was getting inspected once every 21 days as part of a court order, and inflicted upon the that park from the Department of Justice. Which, it's great for the animals because now there's a little bit more oversight on what's going on, and making sure that things are being done the right way.
Wow.
But there's a lot of disagreement from both sides. From the Lowe's, not wanting to acknowledged that the USDA was right in their accusations on what is exhibiting, what is not exhibiting. There was a lot of disagreement from both sides, and as a result, the civil litigation just was drawn out, and it may be towards the end now, but it was enough to cause the government to come and confiscate those tigers.
What's your relationship with Carole Baskin?
No relationship. She's not an ex-girlfriend or anything. She's doing the same thing. With exhibiting animals, tigers, endangered species. And I understand that she wants to be the only one. To control that market there.
I've been hearing a lot about Carole Baskin.
She's visited the zoo.
A lot. And not only that, but is it true that she fed her husband to the tigers, man? I heard that she was supposedly fed her husband to the tigers, and then not only that, but then also he's supposed to be buried under the porch or some shit, or under the house.
Right.
I mean,
well, according to Joe, it's under the septic tank.
What is it so awful about this lady to where these people are going to be making these claims against her?
Well, I think as your audience is probably watching now, that I think it's probably fair to say that the majority vote is that she's probably guilty of feeding her husband to the tigers, although it hasn't been documented as that. I think the world just kind of assumes that as you see all these memes and all these T-shirts that have come out as a result. But I don't think no one really knows. Nothing has been actually proven yet. I believe the investigation is open. The case is currently open, but I don't think it's actually been proven yet, though.
So Carole Baskin, she's like the sole owner of the TV show?
Not of the TV show,
and
but
or is she owner of the zoo?
Of her own prospective zoo in Florida.
Yeah, what's her role? What? I mean, because I'm hearing a lot about this, and see, I'm quite sure everybody. I got my boy Eric Yano. You know what I'm saying? We talk about the TV show Tiger King right now. You know what I'm saying? That's where our head is at right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to learn a lot about this TV show called The Tiger King. And everybody and their mama right now knows about the Tiger King except Flav. So you know what? Flav is here to learn right now about the Tiger King. That's why I got my boy Eric Yano in here doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? So Carole Baskin, right? What was her role? Was she part owner of the?
No,
of
she
the
wasn't
zoo,
a part owner. She was a business
show. Was she ever married to Joe Exotic?
No, I think some.
Were they have a boyfriend and girlfriend?
Some may speculate that. Or
tell me about what's going on, man? What was Carole Baskin's involvement?
Well,
what did she do?
She owned her own zoo in Florida. I believe that's called the Big Cat Rescue.
Uh-huh.
And she was the business rival of Joe Exotic. So these two people in this animal world had this business rivalry against each other. And she was antagonizing him. He was antagonizing her. And as a result, it drove Joe down a road of destruction with, being so obsessed with closing her down and vice versa, that he allegedly had hired Alan as a hitman to go and take care of Carole Baskin. So as a result, he's in prison now, serving a 22-year-long sentence.
All because he ordered a hit on Carole Baskin?
Yeah. He allegedly,
and that's what he's locked up for now?
That amongst a few other crimes, that they cited him for.
What else did he do?
I think there's some killing of tigers, some involvement with endangered species violations as well, too. Tigers are an endangered species.
Right.
Whether it's a Sumatran or a Siberian or a Bengal tiger, they're all considered endangered. So when you violate the rules and guidelines that come along with that, when you're owning a zoo,
right,
you also deal with the consequences as well. So he's there on, I believe it's Fort Worth, Texas.
So he's locked up right now, huh?
He's locked up right now. Yeah.
How long do you think he'll stay locked up? Do you think he'll ever come home? Is there any sign of light at the end of the tunnel for my guy to put his feet back on the street?
Well, I think he was trying pretty heavily to get a hold of Donald Trump, during that campaign, or to get a pardon.
Everybody was trying to get a hold of Donald Trump, man. Come on. All the jailbirds, man, was trying to get a hold of Donald Trump, man. I mean, Donald Trump was pardoning everybody.
So it seemed, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I wonder how come Trump couldn't pardon Joe Exotic.
It just wasn't the topic of his list of things to do. But I think media took that and ran with it when he had mentioned that he would look into it, and it spun out of control from there, and it remained on the surface for a while. And
Wow.
I think they're still actively trying. I think anyone locked up is probably actively trying to get out. But yeah, there's a lot of things that are happening right now I think will eventually service to the media as to what is going on, what did go on, and what things might have prevented Joe from getting locked up. I don't know, what the exact details or if they're even true, but come about soon here in recent media.
Let's get down to Joe Exotic, right? Let's talk about Joe Exotic, man. You know what I'm saying? Who is Joe Exotic? What is his role in Tiger King? I mean, this is for all my watchers, bro. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I really want to know too.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And it was very important for me to have you here because let me tell you something. Like I said, Tiger King, very big show, bro. You know what I'm saying? In the whole nine. The reason why that I don't really know much about it because I'm never around TV much. You know what I'm saying? In the whole shit. I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah.
But you're my good friend. You're involved in this. And it's crazy coming from Ohio to the doggone Tiger stage. To the Tiger cage.
For sure.
Not the Tiger stage, but the Tiger cage. You know what I'm saying? My boy Eric Yano involved with Tigers. Crazy. What's going on with Joe Exotic, man? You know what I'm saying? What's his role? I know he's locked up now for what? And will he ever get out?
Well, I think that him and Jeff Lowe are going to be probably partnering up on a lawsuit against the DOJ. For there's a list of reasons. I think the RICO Act I think is being described and mentioned.
The RICO Act
has to deal with.
That's my name.
Yeah, it has to deal with racketeering.
My name is Rico. Nah, but go ahead, man. So under the RICO Act, go ahead, G.
I think it has to do with like racketeering or conspiring to target an individual or a business, and I think that those two are going to be partnering up here soon and filing claim. I wasn't around. Like I said, I wasn't around for the for those allegations or for those instances or events taking place at the time. I'm just aware of what is happening behind the scenes. So I've been around since day one. When the Carole had taken over Joe's old zoo and the DOJ when they first filed there. I was behind the scenes, staying behind the scenes with orchestrating, working with the legal team, and I think the biggest thing was looking for a veterinarian. The veterinarian is what you need in order to have a exhibitor's license when you're operating a zoo. They're the ones they're the go-to doctor for animals.
Right.
And without one, you're in violation.
And Joe Exotic did not like Carole Baskin, huh?
Well, Joe didn't like Carole, but it was more so Jeff.
Who did he like?
His husbands, a lot of guys, I would imagine, but
his husbands?
Yeah, I think he got married to a couple people.
Are you kidding me? Joe Exotic married two men?
Yep, that was in the show as well.
So he was gay.
Yeah.
I mean,
openly.
hey, more power to him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In the whole nine, but looking at this guy, you wouldn't think he was gay. You know what
Probably
I'm saying?
not looking at him.
He doesn't have that I'm gay look. You know what I'm saying? In the whole nine. He don't have that look, man. He have that very masculine, you know what I'm saying? That masculine look, man. You know what I'm saying?
Like a Yosemite Sam type of
yeah, the Yosemite Sam kind of looking guy. You know what I'm saying? One of them gunslingers, gunslinging guys, or one of those motorcycle riding. You look like he could be part of a motorcycle gang.
He did. Yeah, he did.
He didn't have a gay look.
He even had the leather jacket with the little strings on the back there.
So Joe Exotic was married to two men. He's got two husbands.
I believe so. At one time, I think he's down to one.
Crazy.
I think he's down to one now. But he's still, he's in prison still, and if anything, he might get maybe a new retrial, based on the information that I'm learning. But It was definitely been an interesting 2020. Learning about tigers and animals and AWA and
Right.
the ESA and all the things that come along with the USDA license. It's definitely been an interesting year for sure.
Wow. Wow, that's crazy. Did you ever meet his husbands? Have you ever met those?
I haven't met them. I've spoken to one of them on the phone, but I haven't met them though. No.
Yeah. Damn, man. Is there anything? I'm trying to be careful how the way I ask these questions. You know what I'm saying? In the whole nine.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I got some viewers right now that really, really want to know about Tiger King, and including myself. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, just to let y'all know, I got my boy Eric Yano here. He's from the TV show called Tiger King. You know what I'm saying? He's involved with the people of Tiger King. And this is who I'm interviewing right now because everybody wants to know these things that I want to know. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know what I'm saying? Is there anything about the Tiger King show that you want people to know?
Well, I think there's a lot of behind the scenes events that took place. How the whole legal team came about, or how Jeff Lowe was able to, swing through, the end of 2020 and going into 2021, and who brought the legal team into the picture here, because there was a lot of lawsuits, a lot of legal battles here.
Right.
So as I was orchestrating and dealing a lot with the legal attorneys, it was interesting to learn and read all of the different motions that were being filed by one of the animal activist groups were trying to sue me to part ways based on information or belief that they had. They assumed that I was staffing the zoo or something, or funding the zoo or some of some sort. So they tried to attach me, to it as well.
Wow.
But I think based on
you should get it in, man.
yeah, it was based on the information that they had, which was incorrect. They did file a notice to intent, I believe, from what I'm hearing or from what I'm seeing. And then the Department of Justice had filed this. They included Tiger King LLC in the civil litigation, which shouldn't have been.
What is Tiger King LLC?
Yeah, it was a partnership that Jeff Lowe and his wife and myself had formed to take off running with the new park. Do the marketing.
Did Joe Exotic and Carole Baskin get any part of that?
They had no part of that. No, they didn't. I think those are the two arch nemesis of Jeff. So when we formed that was to run the park, open up the park, but it never got to that point, and the DOJ attached that into the case as well, which should have never been attached because it had nothing to do with any of the allegations or any of the citations or anything that had to do with didn't own the animals, didn't do anything at all really. But they attached it because Jeff was part of it, which inadvertently brought me part of it, and I became probably guilty by association only. So, I think we'll probably have to address that at some point.
So let me ask you this. Talking about Tiger King right now, you know what I'm saying? And not only that, but you giving us the 411. You giving us that scoop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Are you worried about the people from Tiger King coming after you now for leaking this information out? You know what I'm saying?
If a hit was put out on me?
Are you afraid to be dragged into their situation? Because right now, man, your situation is like squeaky clean right now.
It was, yeah. I had a clean record on the internet, and now when you Google the name, it pops up. First thing that comes up is Tiger King. So
wow.
I think that was one of the risks that you're taking when you're getting involved with a group of people that may or may not be questionable, but based on the show, I don't think most people would have jumped to the occasion of partnering up with certain individuals. So
right.
I'm not afraid of them coming after me or in any way, but I think that maybe just my name getting dragged through the dirt, in the long run there.
Right.
That may happen. But I think people that are close to me or people that know, or law enforcement that knows that that my involvement was for the better of the animals and well, the veterinarian as well too, and looking out for the park as well. So I think
Have you been in the cage with the grown ones, the mothers and fathers?
not the grown ones, no.
You ain't going in there, huh?
Never had an interest.
Cause I know, man, one of them tigers, man, just playing around, swipe you with his paw, he can kill you.
Yeah, they're pretty. They can get pretty dangerous as they get older. The little ones, great to play with. I mean, it gives you a different perspective on tigers in general.
Right.
Because usually when you go to a zoo, you see them from 100 yards away.
Did you ever think that you would be working with tigers?
Never
one day?
No, never.
It's just all of a sudden, randomly, just.
Never had an interest. Never had a thought about it, and just kind of one of those things that kind of fell in my lap here.
Wow.
And it gives you a different experience and different on-site.
How old were you when you first started dealing with Tiger King?
Well, this would have been just a year ago. So when I came into the picture there, I was, I'm pretty excited about the tigers, the baby tigers, and they're cute. They look like little puppies running around, and I think anybody looking at a little baby animal is, pretty intrigued by it.
Wow.
So this has been about a year ago.
Tell me this, right? Where do things stand today now? You know what I'm saying? I mean, where are you guys at today with your show?
Well, I think they've probably filmed a good majority of what has happened since the show first came out, where people are, how people split up, the cast members, the new relationships they're in, the breakups they've gone through, the legal troubles that they're facing. And I think they're towards the end of wanting to find out what happens with currently the Jeff Lowe situation and the Department of Justice. I think that case is still actively going on right now after they've already confiscated the tigers and the lions.
What did Jeff Lowe do right now to get himself locked up?
Well,
is he about to get locked up? What's going on with him?
Well, he was just recently locked up for a DUI, which came all over the news like wildfire. That was them up in Oklahoma City, and had some drink and got pulled over, and they both went in. So
for DUIs.
Yeah. But they're out now, out and about now, and coming up with new ways to.
Damn! I wish you could have brought him here. That would have been dope. For you to bring Jeff Lowe here to the show, and have both of you guys sitting here, man, you teaching me about what y'all do, because it's incredible, and I know you've been on an incredible journey with this show. You know what I'm saying, in the whole nine.
Even with him, I've had my disagreements.
Right.
I disagree strongly with some things he does, and I think he's kind of like a captain on his own ship. And as a result, some people are better at dealing with the public than others, and some people it's their forte. So it's definitely an interesting character for sure.
So y'all filming season 2 right now, right? Working on the season 2.
They are. Yeah.
How different will season 2 be from season 1? You know what I'm saying? And is there anything that's been left out from season 1 that we can expect to see in season 2?
Well, I think some of the things that were left out, a lot of it was exaggerated, in the beginning. And as far as the season 2, the round 2, there's gonna be a lot of made up things, a lot of disgruntled ex-employees or disgruntled relationships that are now, they've had a taste of what season 1 was like, and now going into season 2, they're more of let's get back at this person. I'm going to say whatever it takes to get back at this person, and it's more like
season 2 is going to be more like a revenge season,
like a revenge season, or at least revenge in statements wise. Of what they're saying about each other and who doesn't like who now. It's a lot of it's made up for sure. They've kind of ran parallel with the current events that are happening. Like the civil cases or the litigation or the legal.
Yeah.
But they've also made up a lot of untrue instances, circumstances, and I think when the viewers see it, they'll probably catch on while they're watching it. But hey, if you see it on TV, it's true. So unfortunately, that's how everything works. And you see it on TV, you believe it, and that's fact.
Are you worried And are you worried in any fashion that all of the information that you just gave me right now might drag you into the
Legal issues?
yeah. Are you
No,
worried about that being
no, I don't
dragged
think
into the
so.
legal issues? 'Cause I don't think you have anything to do with the legal stuff.
No,
You
no,
don't sound like you got
no.
something to do with the legal stuff.
Right.
But that's the reason why I got you here, because we want to know what's going on with the legal stuff.
Yeah. I don't think anything can be misconstrued. My involvement, with the park or with the company itself.
Right.
I think that there should be a little bit better clarification as to what my involvement was or is or will be, and that Tiger King LLC shouldn't have been brought in,
Right.
to the litigation, just because it had nothing to do with anything whatsoever.
So who owns the LLC?
It'll be a combination of myself, Jeff, and Lauren.
Okay.
It was a 50-50 deal, and
Right.
I think I'll be looking to dissolve that, and more so back out of that picture, at a sooner than later date.
I can't picture you being in a tiger cage, bro. I can't see it.
It was nice getting out of a suit for a while, It's my normal.
Hey, maybe the tigers might like you more better in the suit. You might look more yummy to them. You know what I'm saying? For real, man. I mean,
Yeah.
you got a lot. You got a lot of heart, bro. I just want to say you got a lot of heart dealing with tigers, man. Hey, yo, so check this out. You mentioned about being a 50-50 partner, right?
Yep.
And the whole nine. Does this partnership that you have give you just as much power as Jeff Lowe? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's gonna be the real Tiger King? You know what I'm saying? Are you? Who's
Well-
gonna be the real boss? I mean, will it be two bosses? What's going on? Talk to your
Well,
boy.
Well, I wasn't looking to be the next Tiger King, in any way, nor did I make that claim to.
Even
to
though
that
you
title,
wasn't
but,
looking, even though you wasn't looking to open up the zoo, but look, you're opening up one.
opening up the zoo.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying? So I know you're not looking to be the next Tiger King, but looks like you might end up being him, huh?
Well, I've learned a lot. I've definitely learned a lot. Learning about the animals, the care that's involved, and the guidelines and the restrictions and the things that you
Right.
need to do in order to stay in compliant.
Uh-huh.
When I got involved, it was to open up a park,
Right.
give a place for families in the local area to come and visit, and outside
Right.
of the state as well, and provide a learning experience overall for families and children, coming there. And as far as the split there, it was done as an even 50-50 deal with pretty much everyone having the same amount of say.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there was a lot of decisions that were made that were one-sided. That
Right.
I just kind of like rode along, with okay, hey, you're the zoo man, you're the tiger man.
Right. Right.
But a lot of
right.
a lot of the business decisions, a
Right.
lot of the social media postings,
Right.
I didn't agree with. Didn't agree with at all. You can't really post things on the internet and antagonize your.
So, are you gonna ever do work with Carole Baskin?
That would be nothing. That would be nothing that I've ever thought of or foresee whatsoever.
I'm laughing because when you answered that question, you was like, "Hey, well, Flav, look, okay, I get it, man.
Yeah.
You are a
So,
funny character,
something that's
bro.
never crossed my mind.
Yeah.
But she's got a good operation going on. Down there.
What about other characters from the show?
Well, Eric Cowie has, he's gotten himself into a little bit of legal issues there. Unfortunately, through no.
Sound like the whole Tiger King squad got issues, man.
Sounds like it. And I think that's the case. He's gotten himself into some legal issues. Some DUIs, some warrants, and unfortunately, some people are just better at handling legal issues than others. And, that
Right.
might have not been his forte. Not that he was purposely disobeying the law or purposely ignoring, the law, but I think just by default, he got caught up with, that.
Yeah.
And Alan Glover, that was the alleged hitman.
Uh-huh.
he's something else. You know, he's down in South Carolina now. He was fired from the zoo.
Wow, for what? What did he do?
Him and Jeff.
Try to eat a tiger?
Yeah, him and Jeff got into it. You know, he was always playing with animals on the side over there. He was, you know, he just got in some trouble, and you know, as a result, him and Jeff got into it, and he was fired from Jeff. Took off, who knows where, a little rampage around the state, and he's got some warrants for him as well, and he's probably the most troubled individual of the entire group.
Wow.
But it's interesting to see all these individuals all have some situations going on. You know, I had to get out of Oklahoma. I had to come back to Las Vegas.
Wow.
And suit back up.
Wow.
So it was a little too much.
Well, that's where the zoo was going to be at too, right? In Oklahoma?
Yeah, it's in Oklahoma, right by the world's largest casino, the WinStar.
Will y'all get those animals back that the police came and confiscated?
Well, when the U.S. Marshals came out and the USDA and the DOJ came out to confiscate the animals, I don't think those were placed at random sanctuaries, so I don't think they're going to be coming back to that park.
So you're going to have to get a whole new shipment of animals.
Well, if the zoo was to open...
That's if you guys open up the zoo.
That's if the zoo was ever to open up, and if ever I decided to come back into the picture with the Lowe's, which is probably doubtful at this time.
So what other stuff do y'all have planned for the Tiger King show, man, or this Tiger King brand? You know what I'm saying? I heard y'all got some slot machines coming. You know what I'm saying? What's the scoop? What's the scoop, man? Give me the 411, baby.
All right. Well, that was one of the licensing deals that's been put on the table in front of us. But I think it's going to boil down to who's willing to work with who. Mm-hmm. And at that point, then some more deals, slot machines, licensing, merchandise can come through and be marketed out to the public. But until the parties are in agreement with who's involved, who's going to get along with who's going to play nice on the playground, slot machines or any other merchandise have been put on pause, whether it be paused, terminated, or on hold, for the time being.
Wow. Before we go, I just want to know, is there anything else that you'd like to let the fans know? You know what I'm saying? That the world needs to know that they don't know? I mean, come on, man.
Sure.
Give me something juicy. Give me something juicy. Give me something that's going to make all my viewers be like, yo, you know what? Glad that Flav had him on there, man. I'm glad Flavor had Eric Yano from the Tiger King on his show, because this is stuff that we all wanted to know. Give it to me, baby. Give me something. Right. Give me something. Yeah.
Well, I think there's probably a list of things that people saw on the show that they may believe now, but nobody has more money than God. And
that's right. Nobody.
Not everybody is innocent.
Huh?
And not everybody is innocent.
That's right. Which is true.
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
Wow. That's deep, bro. Hey, yo, man. Eric Yano, thank you, man.
Yeah, of course.
Come down here to my show, bro.
Thanks a lot for inviting me.
You know what I'm saying? This is I'm so overwhelmed, man, that you're here, man. You know what I'm saying, with me on my podcast, bro. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you something. If there's anything in this world that you ever need me to do for you, bro, you know you got me 189.9 per 9%.
Right on. I appreciate that, buddy.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody check 1, 2. Flavor Flav in the building with my boy, Eric Yano, from the hit TV show Tiger King. You know what I'm saying? And I want y'all to check out the next season when it comes through. And let's see how my boy Eric do. You know what I'm saying? Yo, E, thank you, man.
Hey, thanks a lot, buddy.
Thank you for coming to my show, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Right on.
Flavor Flav in the building. This is the Flavor Flav Show. Original podcast, baby. Yeah, that's right, G. I want y'all to always stay tuned to your boy, because I'm the real McCoy. That's right. I'm going to bring y'all enough stuff that's make you going to jump for joy. Boy, Flavor Flav. Kirk out, baby.